Hello my fellow bozos! Today we are playing Call of Modern Warfare Duty Remastered. I've heard good things about this game, so without further ado, let's jump in. When jumping into the game, you get introduced to your character, Soap. I'm pretty sure nobody ever made fun of the name. First, my soldier friends, especially Gaz, wants to see if I can shoot. I'm actually so good that I start stealing targets from other people. But then I need to knife a watermelon. Well, I had to find it first, of course, but after establishing that, all of my years playing Fruit Ninja will come into play. I walk to the watermelon, and it absolutely explodes. All I wanted was a satisfying cut. But no, we got an explosive watermelon kind. Eat at your own risk. The second mission, yes, the melon slicing was the first, brings us to a water plane, or as others may call it, a boat. Under command of Captain Price, we need to retrieve a package. As a rookie, I try to help, but I nade the boys instead. So I take a back seat after this. We do eventually find the package, but before we can take it, enemy jets are approaching to our position, and then this happens.
Already in the helicopter, sir! Enemy aircraft inbound! Shit!
And I know what you're thinking. These bozos rigged this place with watermelon. So we need to proceed with caution. Everything gets super moist, but we escape. This brings us to our new adventure. We take control of President Yasser al-Fulani. It rolls off the tongue, just like he's going to roll into the Shadow Realm in a second. We are driving towards the place we are going to get executed, but my attention is committed to this man's coffee. The road is so bumpy, but the coffee seems immune to that. They must have some sort of cup holder that levels out your cup. Engineering. We unfortunately meet our end when Khaled al-Assad puts a bullet in our head. Not long after this incident, we get informed that our Russian informant Nikolai has been taken prisoner. And if there's one thing we don't like, it is when people take one of the boys. And you probably noticed that this is a sneak mission. You can tell by the grass I put on my sniper. Being sneaky, Gaz tells us to put some claymores in the door opening. In a moment of pure genius, I wanted to put 2, but
Huh? That's a kill.
With our cover blown, it is time to go absolute ham. When I absolutely slaughtered everyone, our objective suddenly changes. We find a watermelon, and I can only think one thing: eliminate. While being shot in the back, I sent the watermelon to the Shadow Realm harder than I banged your mom. Continue, I throw a grenade and unfortunately run into it myself. Big place. We eventually find a house where our Russian comrade is being held. We cut the power and go in like ninjas. Obviously, I use my long-range sniper indoors. We rescue him in a helicopter and start catching up like the good old days. For the first time in the game, we take control of Paul Jackson in the next mission. And it's a simple one. Capture al-Assad. We break into some houses and I try to position myself as good as possible. Unfortunately, we are unable to find him. But fortunately, our bozo al-Assad is not using NordVPN, not sponsored, and we see he's broadcasting from a local TV station. While making our way there, we decide to clean up the streets. We might as well. We eventually arrive at the TV station, where I position myself again for the breach. I continue to throw in a flash in the building, but flash myself instead. Luckily, I am smart enough to destroy all communication devices, so the enemies can't call for backup. I do find a conveniently placed shotgun and go absolutely 360 Fortnite Among Us ratio plus Gangnam Style on these haters. Unfortunately for Sergeant German, he got caught in the crossfire. The poor lad. Lieutenant Vasquez then thought it was absolutely necessary to collect evidence, so he brought this monitor with him. Unaware that there are no files on just the monitor alone. So innocent. We meet up with the boys, and we are ready to kick in some doors and stop this broadcast. With some luck, I do manage to flash the room without flashing myself. So that's a successful mission in my books. But not in the books of my commanders, because the broadcasting room is empty. It was just a tape playing. We got pranked. Hard. I'm so mad that I kill every TV in the room, and then I start shaking so hard that I get stuck. What a way to end the mission. Next up, we get the news that there is a tank stuck half a click north of here. I obviously know how to use clicks, but I miscalculate and die. Luckily for me, I find an MG, and I can go absolutely berserk on these virgins. In a desperate move, the enemies sent some tanks to come and kill us. In cartoon fashion, I pull out a rocket launcher out of my ass and blast them fools. We destroy some anti-aircraft weapons, but I forget to look at the explosion for the video, so here's an exploding watermelon. We make our way to the damaged tank, set up a defense perimeter, and defend the tank so the engineers can fix it. GG lads, good work. We turn our attention back to our friend Soap. The helicopter we stepped in a few missions ago is making its way to a safe house in Hamburg to drop off our Russian friend. Unfortunately, we are a bit unlucky and get hit by a missile. We are forced to sneak around, but I see a citizen in direct danger, so I decide to take action. For some reason, this alerts the rest of the enemies. We get blasted by helicopter fire, and I desperately throw some nades at it. Luckily, there is a bar nearby that has a rocket launcher in it. I don't know why farmers need this, but maybe it's just there to intimidate the cows. I destroy the helicopter, and I was expecting to finish off the enemies, but they start rolling up with big guns, so I desperately try to crawl back to safety, but this gets taken care of rather quickly. We hop in a gunner seat to protect the boys on the ground, absolutely annihilate the people on the ground. And with that I also mean our own troops. And I accidentally do it again. And again. But I do eventually get a bit further. Our boys take some vehicles and a civilian starts running from the scene, but I can't get our operation leaked. So I do what I have to do. But unfortunately, they don't appreciate that. We keep blasting our enemies and we escape and make it to our German safe house. Going back to our boy Jackson and the broken tank, well, the legends fixed it. So we're on the move again. I've been through a lot of stuff during my life. Saving prisoners, being named Soap, sneaky ninja missions, but I wasn't prepared for what came next. Watermelons. Not one, not two, but countless watermelons. They set themselves up in the tactical 3-4-3 formation. Luckily I'm trained to take quick care of that. But this shows you never actually know your enemies. After this, the hardest part of the mission was essentially over. Although I did meet my end now and then, but nothing we can't fix. We destroy an enemy tank and we make our way out of there. Then fellow bozo Jackson takes control of this big booty bounce beamer to destroy everything in sight. The team is pinned down, so we go boots on the ground to help out the lads. For some reason I keep failing this part because I want to play it in a certain way. It does eventually work though. With everyone secure and absolutely zero casualties, we make our way back to our chopper. But the team does sight a nuclear device from Al-Assad. That usually means bad news. Even worse, Cobra's chopper is hit and is going down. So I thought, let's help them put them out of their misery, right? But that was not appreciated. They do opt to do a search and rescue to find the pilot. After I realized I was going the wrong way, I carried the pilot inside of our chopper. We did it. But yeah, we get nuked out of the sky, and for a brief moment I thought we were going to make it, but no. Rest in peace, Sergeant Paul Jackson. So that was Act 1 of Modern Warfare, and that bozo Al-Assad is still out and about. Let's change that in the next episode. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll talk to y'all in the next mission. See you then, soldiers!